The Comb and the Trumpet Shell. Every summer, Lucy and her family went to stay in a cottage by the ocean. Lucy loved the seashore. Each day when the tide went out, she hunted for treasures in the sand. One day, Lucy found a pearly white shell with pink and silver speckles. One day, she found a smooth egg shaped stone that was the color of sunset. One day, she found an old coin with a king's head on it. Lucy took all her treasures back to the cottage and put them in a shoebox that she kept under her bed. Most afternoons, Lucy's mom and dad and her brother Joe went swimming in the ocean. Lucy went with them, but she would only get her feet wet. "It's too cold today," she would say, "or maybe tomorrow. Today I'll just watch you." It wasn't that she couldn't swim. Lucy loved to swim in the pool at school, but the ocean was deep and dark and busy and full of scary creatures. One morning, as Lucy walked by the shore, she saw something sparkling in the sand. She crouched down to see what it was. It was a comb, a shiny silver comb with sparkling green and purple jewels set along the top. Lucy turned it over and over in her hand, wondering how anything could be so beautiful. Then she ran home to put it in her treasure box. The next morning, when Lucy was out treasure hunting, she heard a strange noise. As she listened carefully, she realized it was the sound of someone crying. Lucy looked around and saw a little girl bobbing gently in the water. Her long golden hair drifted out behind her, gleaming in the sunlight. The girl was sobbing as if her heart was broken in pieces. "Hello," called Lucy softly. "My name's Lucy. What's the matter?" "My name is Mariel," said the little girl, "and I've lost my comb. It used to belong to my grandmother, and it's very, very precious. I thought I dropped it near here yesterday, but now I can't find it anywhere." Lucy's face felt red and hot, and her tummy turned to jelly. Is is your comb silver with green and purple jewels along the top?" she asked. "Yes," said Mariel. "Yes, it is. Have you seen it?" "Yes," said Lucy very quietly. She felt tears stinging her eyes. "I found it. If you come back to my cottage, I'll give it to you." "I can't come with you," said Mariel. "Why not?" asked Lucy. "Look," said Mariel, and out of the water flashed a splendid gleaming silvery, greeny, purply pink tail. "Oh," whispered Lucy, her eyes wide with wonder. Then she turned and rushed back to the cottage. 5 minutes later she was back holding her treasure box. "Here," she said to Mariel, holding out the comb. "It's the best treasure I've ever found, but I'm glad you'll have it back now." "Thank you," said Mariel. "Thank you so much." As she slid the comb into her golden hair, she looked up at Lucy. "I can't come to your home, but would you like to see mine?" she asked. Lucy looked at the deep and dark ocean, then she looked at Mariel. "I don't think so," she said, shaking her head. "But thank you anyway." "Please," said Mariel, holding out her hand. "It's so beautiful, and I'll look after you. I promise. Please come with me, just for a little while." Lucy put one toe in the water, then her whole foot gently. Mariel took her hand and guided her down, down, down below the surface. What a sight met Lucy's eyes! It wasn't dark at all. The water was filled with shimmering lights and sparkling colors. Gold and silver starfish twinkled on the ocean floor, and seahorses pranced around her. clam shells and oyster shells glistening pink and white. Sleek little rainbow colored fish darted here and there, and crabs and lobsters clicked hello with their claws. "All these are my friends," said Mariel. "Now they're your friends too." Lucy and Mariel swam through cascades of lacy seaweed until they came to a coral cave. "This is where I live," said Mariel. "Wait here. I want to get something for you." She glided into the cave and came out with a little shell shaped like a trumpet. It shone softly and had a tiny hole at the top. Muriel strung it on a ribbon of seaweed and tied it around Lucy's neck. "It's a gift from me and the ocean," she said. "Now the ocean will always be a part of you, and you will be the part of it, just like me." "Thank you," whispered Lucy. Mariel took Lucy's hand and they swam back to the surface together. When they reached the place where they had met, Mariel said, "I have to say goodbye now, but I will always remember you. Thank you for finding my comb and keeping it in a safe place." "And thank you for my trumpet shell," said Lucy. "I will wear it always to remind me of you." That afternoon, when Mom and Dad and Joe went swimming, Lucy went with them. Her trumpet shell sparkled and she laughed as she skimmed through the tumbling waves. And when she looked out toward the horizon, Lucy was sure she caught a glimpse of golden hair flashing in the sunlight. In the end, happy first day of summer!